doing own voice over soft music. Vine was impatiently tapping her feet on the floor, timely looking at her wristwatch just to see whether the time is 4 or not, so that today's lecture will be over and she can rush to her house. Vine was lost in her watch and all her actions were being noticed by Leah, her best friend, but then she came to reality when Leah whispered, "Girl, why are you looking so impatient?" She whispered to Ryan as the professor was still teaching. Ryan whispered, "Oh, Leah, today Oppa will come back from his mission. Finally, after a long 1 month." Ryan whispered back to Leah in excitement, and again Ryan turned to face her wristwatch without noticing the sparkle in Leah's eyes. Leah's eyes sparkled after hearing that her best friend's brother, to be specific her longtime crush John Jungkook, is coming back from his mission after a month. Indeed, she missed him too. Jungkook's parents were by some mafia landlord as they failed to pay the rent, and then they took Jungkook with them so as to make him do some work instead of the money his parents were supposed to give those bad people. But luckily Vine's dad was a mafia and he found Jungkook and took him with him and raised as his own son, and Vine's mom too happily accepted Jungkook. The bell rang and a wide smile appeared on Vine's lip. Vine excited. "Finally, I can go home." She, without wasting any time, started packing her bag, and Leah smiled seeing her best friend all excited. Vine walked out of the university calling her driver to inform him to come and pick her up, but at a familiar figure leaning on the car using his phone caught Vine's eyes, making her eyes to sparkle, and she put her phone back in pocket and ran to the person shouting, "Jungkook Oppa." Jungkook looked up from his phone with a wide smile after hearing his baby sister's voice, and he kept his phone in pocket too, and then opening his arm wide indicating Ryan to hug him. Ryan jumped into his arms and hugged him tightly, hanging on his neck and hiding his face in his neck, and Jungkook's arm securely wrapped around Ryan's. Jungkook smiled. "Missed me this much?" Ryan pointed against Jungkook's neck and he can feel it. Ryan pointed, "Yes, I missed you a lot. Why you take 1 month for your mission?" Ryan said while looking at Jungkook's eyes but still hanging on his neck. "Sorry, the mission just kept on extending." "You didn't miss me." "Of course I missed you. Like, you okay?" "Fine." She stand on her feet, but Jungkook was still holding her by her, and she scanned Jungkook from head to toe. Jungkook smiled. "I'm perfectly fine." Saying this, he peeked Ryan's forehead, but at the time, a voice from behind disturbed them, and Ryan and Jungkook looked to see. "Oh, Leah." Leah approached them and stand in front of Ryan. "You run without waiting for me. Sorry." Leah then turned towards Jungkook just to see him already staring at her, making Leah's cheeks to turn red, but then too she tried not to make her crush on Jungkook obvious. "It's okay, and hi Jungkook." She Hi. They both were staring at each other but came to reality when, "Oppa, come, let's go home. Oma has made a lot of your favorite dishes and I wanna eat it all." Jungkook and Leah came to reality and cut their eye contact, and Jungkook faced Ryan. Jungkook smiled. "Yes, princess, come, get in," he said while opening the door of his passenger seat for Ryan. "Yeah, and Leah, should we drop you?" Leah's eyes light up on hearing Ryan, and she nodded her head in yes so that she can keep seeing Jungkook a little longer too. "Yeah, sure." Ryan smiled. "Then get in." Leah nodded her head and get into the back seat, while Ryan get into the passenger seat, and Jungkook put on the seatbelt for Ryan, and finally he peeked the forehead of Ryan and closed the door of the car and then went to his driver's seat. All his action of Jungkook with Ryan was being watched by Leah with the sparkling eyes, hoping one day Jungkook will do the same with her. Leah was just admiring Jungkook while sitting on the back seat. Meanwhile, Vine was blabbering about her days of this 1 month to Jungkook, and Jungkook was patiently listening to Vine's non-stop blabbering with a sweet smile. "Bye, Leah. See you tomorrow." "Yeah, Vine." And Jungkook, she, "Thank you for the ride. It's okay." Vine and Jungkook entered the house happily talking about their days. Vine threw her bag and called her mom. "Oma, see, Oppa has came back." "Oh, Cookie, when did you came and from where you get this little?" he asked while walking down the stairs and standing in front of Jungkook and Vine. "Appa," she cutely pouted and went to her dad, making both Jungkook and Vine's dad chuckle, and then she walked to the kitchen. "I picked her up on my way from airport." Vine dad smiled. "Son, you should have done that. I would have sent driver to pick her up or gone by myself. You should have came home directly. Weren't you tired?" No, I wasn't. And also, my tiredness flew away after seeing my princess. And where is Umma? Jungkook said, making Wine's dad proud on his son in kitchen, making special dishes for you. Jungkook nodded his head and then, how was your mission? Good, Appa. Sony heard the pleasant voice of his mom, so he turned around with a wide smile. Oh, my son came, she said while walking out of the kitchen. Jungkook smiled. Yes, Umma. Jungkook approached his Umma and gave her a tight hug. Oh, Mo, I missed you, baby. She peeked Jungkook's forehead. Me too, and I missed your food more. Wine's mom chuckled. Come, I already prepared everything. Coming, Oma. Honey, you also come. Yes, dear. Did Princess started eating? Yes, she started eating, saying she was hungry. Everyone smiled at each other and left to have food. Wine walked into her class all happy, but she frowned when she saw her friend deep in thought, so she approached Leah. Good morning, Leah. Why are you so lost, girl? Leah came to reality and Wine, who sat next to her. Nothing, thinking something. What? Actually, Wine, I want to say something very important to you. Wine got confused as Leah was nervous. Wine confused. Yeah, say Leah. Leah took a deep breath before saying, Wine, listen carefully. Don't be mad at me. Wine frowned. Leah, stop with your suspense and tell directly. Leah closed her eyes. I love Jungkook. Leah said in a breath, making Wine's eyes wide open, and an unknown fear rushed through Wine's body, and she felt her heart ache and her mind stop working. Leah, Wine, Leah called Wine, who seems to be lost, and then she shaked Wine a little to bring her back to earth. Oh, yeah, what did you say? Come on, Wine, you heard me. No, you love my oppa. She shuddered, which she herself doesn't know why. Leah blushed. Yeah, and I need your help. Wine frowned. How can I help you? Leah took a deep breath. Just call Jungkook Shi and tell him to come to cafe today evening, and there I will propose him. Cafe. Leah nodded her head. Please, Wine, please. I'm holding myself from a long time and I'm gathered my courage and now wanna confess to him. Please help me. Leah begged to Wine and Wine was all numb after hearing Leah as she felt like someone took her soul away. This was a new feeling for Wine, so she tried to neglect this all and nodded her head. Yeah, I will tell him. Wine unwillingly said to Leah, making Leah jump in happiness. Thank you, Wine. You are the best friend. And also, if Jungkook accepts me, I will be your good sister in law. I promise. Wine raised her eyebrows on hearing sister in law from Leah. Sister in law, Leah smiled. Yeah, of course, I wish to marry Jungkook. Marry Jungkook. The word directly Wine's heart. Yeah, she's just said that and sat straight, facing the board deep in thought about. Wine thought, why I'm feeling like my soul left my body and I'm now. After hearing Leah's word, why I'm feeling like my heart stopped beating when Leah said she will marry Oppa. Wine was deep in thought but came to reality when Leah put her hand on Wine's shoulder. What, Leah? Informed Jungkook, she made Wine remember. Oh yeah, sure. She took her phone and texted Jungkook to come to cafe at evening when their class get over and she immediately got a reply from Jungkook. Okay, Princess Leah excited. What he said? He will come. Leah got more happy but at the same time nervous and excited too. Oh god, I'm excited. My long term crush is going to be mine today. Long time crush? I fall in love with him at the moment you introduce Jungkook to me as your brother. Oh, and why are you so confident that you will become Oppa's girlfriend? I will never give up and keep on proposing him until he accepts me. Oh, Wine kept silent as she don't know what to say further. Oh God, Wine, I'm so nervous. Wait, Wine, please help me in practicing how to propose Jungkook. Come, let's skip classes for today. Yeah, sure. Wine agreed because she was not in mood to attend class after hearing Leah. Jungkook entered the cafe where Wine messaged him. Jungkook to himself, where is Princess? He said while scanning the cafe but didn't find Wine, so he was about to call Wine when he felt a tap on his shoulder and he turned around to see. Leah, you, where is Princess? Leah, Jungkook, she is with Professor taking some important notes. She will be here soon and asked me to tell you this. Jungkook suspected Leah as she was avoiding eye contact and nervous too, but then too he agreed. Okay, fine, let's wait here. He took a seat and Leah too sat in front of him playing with her fingers and nervous. Would you like to have something? He said Leah while taking his phone from pocket and texting something and then he kept the phone aside on table and faced Leah who was already admiring him with loving eyes. Leah came to reality when Jungkook fake coughed. Leah's cheek got more red and she felt her temperature rising. Yeah, a cold coffee. Okay, fine. Excuse me. He called the waiter, and the waiter came towards Jungkook. Yes, sir. A cold coffee for her and a hot coffee for me. Yes, sir. The waiter ran from there after taking the order, and Jungkook and Leah again got silent. But Leah started to talk, breaking the silence. Jungkook, I want to say something. Yeah, go on. Vine was secretly watching Jungkook and Leah from outside the cafe. To be honest, she wasn't liking the scene of Leah with Jungkook together. Somewhere she was feeling like she was going to lose the most precious person of her life. Vine to herself, I'm feeling like I'm going to lose Oppa forever from my life. The thought itself made Vine's heart ache, but she tried to neglect those feelings and focus on Leah and Jungkook. But then concentration got disturbed when someone tapped her shoulder from behind and she irritatedly turned around to see. Who the? Oh god, Mark, I'm sorry. Mark chuckled. It's okay. Seems like you're spying on someone. Ryan got embarrassed by Mark's word. Did it seem like that? Yeah. Actually, Leah is with my oppa, so I was just curious to know what they are talking. Mark's heart broke after hearing his crush with someone, and somehow he predicted what it might be. Did Leah like your brother? Yeah, she told me that she loved Oppa and wanted to have a private talk with Oppa. That's why I'm sneaking into the cafe. Oh yeah, two heartbroken people. Vine still doesn't know why she is heartbroken. On the other hand, Mark clearly know why he is heartbroken. Anyways, why are you here? Mark came to reality. I was just passing by here and found you sneaking into the cafe, so came to ask if anything is wrong or not. Vine smiled. No, nothing. She asked me to wait here as she wants privacy with Oppa. Mark nodded his head. What's the time? I have been standing here from a long time. She took the phone to see the time but saw a message from Jungkook just a minute ago. Oh, Oppa messaged me. She immediately opened the chat and read the message. Jungkook message, Princess, I am at the cafe waiting for you with your friend, so come fast, okay? Unknowingly, a small smile formed on Vine's lip and she replied back to Jungkook. And then she put her phone inside the pocket and looked at Mark, who was now sneaking into the cafe as Vine was doing a few minutes ago, making Vine chuckle for the first time in a day today. Jungkook and Leah were talking, but the conversation paused when Jungkook's phone vibrated on the table. Leah, just a minute. Yeah, take your time, Jungkook. Jungkook took his phone and saw it was a message from Vine, so he immediately opened the message. Vine message. I'm outside the cafe. If you both have done with your coffee, you can come outside. I'm waiting near the car. A sweet smile formed on his lips, and he turned off his phone. All the time, Leah was admiring Jungkook without even blinking. Leah, have you done with your coffee? Yeah, almost. What happened, Jungkook? Nothing. Princess is waiting outside, so we shall leave. Jungkook stood up from the chair and left Leah to pay the bill, making Leah a little sad, and then she too followed Jungkook. Mark, now you were looking like you were spying on someone. Mark got embarrassed and touched his back of neck, and his ears were red too. At the same time, Jungkook walked out of the cafe just to see Wyon talking with the boy, and the boy blushing, making Jungkook misunderstood the situation, and he rushed towards them. Jungkook called, "What's happening here?" Both Wyon and Mark looked towards Jungkook. Oppa, but soon her eyes went to Leah, who was standing close to Jungkook, making Wine to think that they are together. Wine, what are you doing with Mark? And Mark, didn't you went home? I was going, then I saw Wine, so I stopped by her to ask what she is doing here. Oh, sorry, Wine, if it took a lot of time. Wine thought we. Are they together now? Did Oppa accept it? Leah, Wine's heart started beating fast on thinking all sort of questions she wanted to ask them, but at the same time she got scared what if they will answer something which she can't take. It's okay. Wine had a dull face which didn't go unnoticed by Jungkook, making him worry. Jungkook worry. Are you fine, princess? You seems to be dull. He asked with holding Wine's palm in his and cherishing her back of hand with his thumb, making Wine to have a satisfaction feeling. A little bit tired, that's all, Oppa, she said while looking at both of their hands together, which made her heart calm a little. We should go home and rest. Yeah, she said without taking her eyes from their intertwined hands. Come, let's go, he said while pulling Wine to go, but Wine halted on her steps, making Jungkook to stop too, and he turned to face Wine. What happened, baby? Just a minute, Jungkook nodded, and Wine turned around to face Leah and Mark. We are leaving. See you tomorrow, Leah and Mark. Yeah, sure, bye, Leah said while her eyes are fixed on Jungkook, hoping Jungkook will say bye or at least give a last look to Leah before leaving. But no, Jungkook just avoided Leah as his dark eyes were fixed on Mark. Bye, Wine. See you tomorrow. Jungkook just narrowed his eyes on Mark when he heard see you tomorrow. Let's go, baby. Yeah, thus they both left. There was complete silence, not like usual days whenever Wine and Jungkook traveled together. They used to talk a lot, mostly Wine keep blabbering and Jungkook enjoys her sweet talk. But today Wine was silent because she was thinking of Leah and Jungkook. Their conversation, did Leah proposed, what might have Jungkook answered, and all was making her restless. Meanwhile, Jungkook thought that Wine was sad as she got separated from Mark, which wasn't helping him at all. So he broke the silence. Who is that boy? Turned to face, saw him very serious. You mean Mark? Jungkook nodded his head. He is my classmate. Just classmate or something else? Wine frowned. What do you mean, Oppa? Nothing, you both seems to be pretty close. You guys were laughing and he was blushing while talking with you. Wine remember the incident which made Mark embarrassed and not blush, but she wasn't in the mood to correct Jungkook, so he is my classmate and a good friend too. She simply said and turned her head towards window, making Jungkook cough, and Wine again turned to face Jungkook. What, Oppa? Few minutes earlier he was just your classmate and then become your friend. Now will you say he is your boyfriend? Wine roll eyes. Oppa, don't you believe me? He is just my friend. Fine, I believe you. Wine got it that Jungkook wasn't satisfied with her answer, but as she was not in the mood, so Wine sign, let's talk later. I'm not in the mood to talk, Oppa. Wine turned her head towards window and leaned back into the seat and closed her eyes without saying that. Jungkook got angry on Wine's words and he controlled himself by holding the steering wheel tightly. But as he believed Wine, he removed Wine's Mark's thought from his mind. They reached home and Wine slept, so Jungkook carried Wine in bridal style and head inside the house to see his dad using phone, but immediately kept his phone aside when he saw Cook, wait, what happened to her? He asked while pointing at sleeping Wine in Jungkook's arm. She was tired, so she slept. Oh, Wine's dad approached Jungkook and Wine and admired his sleeping. Indeed, my angel is looking so tired. Oh, Cookie, when did you? She got cutted off when both immediately Wine's mom, who approached them while placing her finger on her lips. What happened to my baby? She never sleeps at this time, she said while taking Wine's backpack from Jungkook's shoulder. She was tired, Oma. Oh, everyone kept admiring Wine, who was sleeping like a baby in Jungkook's arm, totally unaware of her surrounding. She looks like an angel when she sleeps, but when she wakes up, she isn't. Exactly. Everyone lightly chuckled. I will put her on bed. Yeah, he peeked Wine's forehead and Wine's mom too. You fresh up and come downstairs. I will make you a coffee. Yeah, mom. He slowly left upstairs. We are lucky to get two kids like this. Exactly. Both kept admiring Jungkook and Wine. Meanwhile, Jungkook listened to it and paused for a millisecond on the stairs, and his eyes were looking at Wine with full of sadness. Jungkook made Wine lay on bed and kept admiring her for a few minutes, and finally he took a long breath and peeked Wine's forehead and covered her up with blanket and left the room. Wine woke up, she freshened up. The shower helped to cool her outer body, but her inner soul wasn't calm. She was still thinking of Jungkook and Leah. Wine to herself, did Oppa accepted Leah? But why I am hoping that Oppa should reject Leah. Wine, she is your best friend. And Oppa is your brother. She shook her head to remove those thoughts and head outside to eat dinner. Wine came downstairs and saw Jungkook and Wine's dad talking, but she ignored them and left to the dining room. Oma, I'm starving. Just a minute, baby. The cooking is almost done. Wine nodded her head and took a seat. So you are going at night? Yes, Dad. I will go after dinner and will be back before sunrise. Should I come with you? No, Dad. You rest. I will handle. It's a simple task. Okay, but don't get hurt. Your Oma, me and Princess can't see you hurt. Just give a sweet smile to assure Wine's dad. Jungkook smile. I will be all right. Honey, cook, come. Let's have dinner. They both head to the dining table. Both Wine's dad and Jungkook entered the dining room just to see Wine already started eating. Oh, Princess, when did you came here? See, she came a few minutes ago. Sit, cook. Yeah, mom. He sat next to Wine and put his phone in between Wine's and Jungkook's plate on table. Baby, eat slowly. You will choke on your food. Jungkook chuckled, seeing Wine eating as if she haven't eaten for weeks. See, you got food all over your face. He took a napkin from table and made Wine face him and wipe her face around her lips. Meanwhile, Wine's body got numb. It's not the first time he did it, but this time its touch, his care, felt something special, and Wine just sat looking at Jungkook's face. Done, and now eat slowly. Yeah, thank you, Oppa. She forcefully said as now she was feeling like the Oppa word is most difficult to come out from her mouth and it was making her more separated from Jungkook. Everyone were eating peacefully until Jungkook's phone screen light up with a call, and Wyan looked into the screen just to see a number calling him, but the number seems familiar to her, and soon her eyes wide open when she realized it's Wyan thought, it's Leah's number. Did they exchange the number? That means Oppa accepted Leah. Wyan now totally broke down. Appa, Oma, I will be back. He excused and left the dining table. Meanwhile, Wyan was on the verge of crying and she took up the leave. I wanna use washrooms. She lied to escape from her parents. Jungkook came a little far away and he checked the number and he got it was Leah. But soon his phone ringed again and this time he immediately picked up the call. Hello, I'm coming. He cut the call and left to his dad and mom to inform that he is leaving. But little did he know that Wyan listened that he is leaving. Wyan thought now it's sure that Leah and Oppa are dating. That's why he is leaving at night to see her immediately after she called him. Wyan's eyes shed the tears which she was holding and she ran to her room. Jungkook again came to dining room but didn't find Wyan, so Jungkook frowned. Appa, where is Princess? She left to use washroom. Okay, and Appa, Umma, I will leave. I got an important business. Wyan's dad looked at Jungkook and Jungkook nodded his head, indicating that he is leaving for his mission, which they talked earlier. Be safe, Cook, and come back home fit and fine. Jungkook mom worry. You leaving for mission? Worry was clearly visible in her eyes, so Jungkook went towards her and kneeled down in front of her and took her hands in his. Jungkook smiled. I will be safe and come back without any single wound on my body, I promise. Vine's mom unwillingly nodded. After all, he is the mafia king, so he has to go on mission. Keep your words and Oma will wait for you without sleeping till you come back. Jungkook smiled at his mom and peeked her head and Vine's mom peeked his forehead. I promise and Appa don't tell Princess that I went for mission otherwise she will too not sleep and will be worried. Vine's dad agreed to Jungkook and Jungkook lastly bade his goodbye and left. Vine was crying her heart out after realizing now that she loves her own adopted brother, but now she can't do anything. She lost him. She lost him to her own best friend. Was drinking in club when her phone near her ears. Ush, why he is not picking up my call? Leah's eyes were teary, but soon she felt a tap on her shoulder and she turned around to see. Leah smiled. Jungkook, why you didn't pick up the call? I called you so many times. Oh no, I got it. You were planning to surprise me, right? I'm very much by your surprise. She threw herself on Jungkook. Leah, you drunk. He made Leah a little distance from him by pushing her shoulder lightly, but Leah took the opportunity and smashed her lips on his. At first, Leah was only him, but later, after a few seconds, she felt her back, so Leah too him back passionately, which ended up in one of the hotel room, leading both of them to lose control over themselves and end up on bed. To be continued. Thanks for watching. Bye.